Hello fellas, for this video I'm going to show you how I clean my Tamiya mini 4-wheel drive motor. So for this tutorial I'm just going to use this stock motor that I got from a kit. So you might be wondering why I don't use specialized motors like Hyper 3, torque tuned, atomic tuned, or whatever. I just don't have the cash to buy it yet, but there's no difference at all. It's just the same motor. The only difference is that specialized motors like Hyper 3, it has uh, carbons in it, or brush. And I'm also going to use this motor catch to hold the motor in place. And as you can see, I attached the terminals so I can clip the alligator clips to these terminals, so I won't have to clip the alligator clip to these terminals of the motor, so it won't be damaged. I'm also going to use this Fuji lighter fluid. You can use any brand of lighter fluid, but you can't use butane gas, which is used for stove. You can't use that. I'm only going to use this lighter fluid because it is safe and good for cleaning electronics and for removing grease or oil inside your Tamiya mini 4-wheel drive motors. I'm also going to use this QSF 18 anti-rust. This is a anti-rust lubricant. It is similar to Loctite, PowerShot, or other brands of contact cleaner. I'm just using this because it is cheap, and if you live here in Philippines, I bought it for only 95 pesos. I'm also going to use this EBL 2800 milliamp per hour, which is a double A. It is 1.2 volts. So I used this on my previous video on I showed it on my previous video, which is the DIY grinder for Tamiya mini 4-wheel drive. So I'm also going to use this Meridian specimen container, which is 60 ml. It is only 20 pesos. If you live here in the Philippines, I bought it on Mercury Drugs. So I'm going to use this to contain the lighter fluid and to submerge the mini 4-wheel drive motor. I'm also going to use this battery holder for AA batteries. So I bought this for only 12 pesos. It doesn't come with the alligator clip, which I buy separated. You can just put the alligator clips. And I'm also going to use this 3-in-1 lubricant oil. So some racers, they use voodoo oil because it is proven to increase the speed of your motor and the performance, but it's kind of expensive, and I just don't have the cash to buy it just yet. So without further ado, let's proceed to the process of cleaning your Tamiya mini 4-wheel drive motor. Okay, so for the first step, I'm just going to use this lighter fluid and the Meridian specimen container. So basically what you're gonna do is pour some lighter fluid inside the container. You don't have to fill the container all the way. You just have to make sure that the lighter fluid is enough for the motor to submerge completely. You're just like deep frying some fried chickens. So I'm just gonna pour the lighter fluid. But first, let me clean this for a while. I'm just gonna pause it. So now that it is cleaned, I hope you guys can see it. See, there's no residual inside the container. I'm just going to pour some lighter fluid inside the container. Again, you don't have to fill it all the way up. I'm just gonna, what you call this, eyeball it if it is enough to submerge my motor. So once you pour some lighter fluid inside this container, as you can see, I just pour it half the container, perhaps 30 ml. So this is going to be enough to completely submerge the motor. So now that we're done with the first step, let's proceed to the second step. So for the second step, I'm going to use this stock motor from a kit. I'm just going to remove the plastic pinion gear. There, I removed it. So I'm just gonna put the motor in this motor catch, like that. So that's it for the second step. Now let's proceed to the third step. So for the third step, I'm using this EBL rechargeable battery, which is a nickel metal hydride battery. You can also use alkaline, but I'm just gonna use this rechargeable battery. So I'm just gonna put the batteries on the battery pack. I'm just going to follow the polarity that it shows on the battery pack, just like that. So now that we're done with the third step, let's proceed to the fourth step. So for the fourth step, I'm using this container filled with lighter fluid, 30 ml, as well as the motor with motor catch, terminals, and this battery pack with alligator clips. So what you're gonna do is to connect the positive wire to this terminal. Just going to connect it, as well as the negative, just like that. So you see it starts spinning. So once it starts spinning, I'm gonna submerge it to this container. So don't worry, it won't cause fire, it won't spark or whatever. I did it a lot of times. So just gonna submerge it like that. So I hope you guys can see it, the bubbles coming out of from the motor. So you can also shake it like that. So the dirt or the debris inside the motor will come out. So I'm just gonna let it spin for like a minute or maybe 30 seconds from now. So I'm just gonna pause it until it's done. So after that, I'm just going to remove the clips to turn it off, like that. So if you guys can see it, the lighter fluid is diluted with dirt or debris that came out from the motor, dirty motor. So I hope you guys can see it. There are some debris. there. So after the cleaning, using the normal rotation, I'm going to reverse it. So since this is the positive terminal, I'm going to put the negative terminal in this positive terminal of the motor to reverse it. I'm just reversing the polarity. This is the positive, I'm going to put it to the negative. From positive to positive, I will make it positive to negative. Then I'm just gonna submerge it again for like 30 seconds. So I'm just gonna pause it and resume the video once it's done. So after 30 seconds, I'm just going to remove it, turn it off. I'm just gonna settle this side, put it aside. Remove the batteries from the battery pack and put it back to where it belongs. As well as this battery pack, I'm not gonna need it anymore since I'm done cleaning the motor. So make sure to close the lid before you dump it, so you won't accidentally ignite it and cause fire. So I'm just gonna go and make this motor dry. Just gonna dry it up. Make sure that there's no lighter fluid left inside. So this is actually the 5th step of cleaning your motor. Just need to dry this out. So after drying your motor, I'm gonna spray some anti-rust lubricant or contact cleaner to remove the remaining lighter fluid inside the motor. So the lighter fluid won't lubricate your motor, it will just clean the debris that is hard to clean using lubricant or contact cleaner. So I'm just gonna spray some. Again, I'm gonna shake it, or just like that. So I'm just gonna dry this up again. So by the way, we are now at the 6th step. So for the last step, which is the 7th step, I'm just gonna put some 3-in-1 lubricant inside the motor. I'm just gonna rotate it. You can also shake it so you can distribute the oil evenly inside the motor. Then I'm just gonna put the plastic pinion gear back to the motor shaft, just like that. Again, spin it. You see it spins freely. So let's test it out again using this battery pack. I'm just gonna put the batteries in it. So again, I'm going to use this motor catch with terminals in it. I'm just gonna use the normal polarity. So this is the positive terminal and the negative. So you see, it still works, right? So it didn't damage the motor. So that's pretty much it on how to clean your Tamiya Mini 4-wheel drive motor using lighter fluid and electronic contact cleaner and some 3-in-1 oil or lubricant. So that's it. If you like this video, please click the like button and subscribe to my channel as well, so you can help me to grow this channel, and maybe I can do some more videos